What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, and today I want to talk about Ciryl Gane and what the hell has happened with this dude. Because if you don't know, the UFC Paris main event has been announced, and it's Benoit Saint-Denis versus Renato Moicano. Now, instead of talking about this matchup for the entirety of this video, I want to focus on Ciryl Gane because, to be honest, I think that's a pretty one-sided matchup, and I think that Benoit Saint-Denis is going to win that one pretty easily. And I love Money Moicano. I think he's great, but Benoit, I just can't see him losing that fight. And honestly, I just don't think that should be a main event for a fight night in Paris when you're trying to showcase some of the best European talent. And more importantly, the best French talent. And honestly, the biggest French UFC fighter we have on the roster is Ciryl Gane. And he is now nowhere to be seen for his annual UFC Paris fight. And this guy doesn't fight much, so I don't know why the hell he's not on this card. Now, could he be holding out for a fight with the winner of Tom Aspinall versus Curtis Blaydes? Yeah, he could be. But honestly, I think he should have just been on this card in the main event spot fighting somebody. I don't think it needed to be one of these two guys. Ciryl Gane right now just kind of feels like he's kind of just waiting in the heavyweight division. He doesn't really want to fight anybody underneath him. He only wants to fight guys above him, and he's not fighting enough whatsoever. And let's be honest, we all know that Ciryl Gane is a very talented fighter, and I believe he's really, really good. I think he's one of the best strikers the heavyweight division's ever seen, and I think he's just so quick and agile, and he has the chance to be a champion in this division, 100%. But as we know, MMA is not just one sport or one martial art. There's a bunch, and what that guy lacks in a lot is the wrestling department. We don't have to go over what happened when he fought John Jones because that wasn't even a fight, realistically. If we're all being honest, that wasn't much of a fight. So we know, he knows, and everybody who follows the UFC knows that Ciryl Gane needs to get into a wrestling gym and just train wrestling so he can actually compete with some of the top heavyweights. Because, let's face it, all the guys above him right now are not great stylistic matchups. I mean, Tom Aspinall, I think, would smoke him. I think Curtis Blaydes, if he was able to establish the wrestling, could find his way with Gane. And I think Jailton Almeida, we know what that guy's about. That guy's just going to wrestle him the entire time. So he loses probably all three of those fights. And unless he's able to sharpen up on his wrestling or his takedown defense, I don't see how he could win any of them. And these are the only type of opponents he's going to fight. He's not going to fight anybody below him in this division. So that's a bit of an issue. And overall, I think that it's just kind of sad that this is how Ciryl Gane's career is going to be playing out. Now, I get he's young, and he could definitely establish wrestling and still make a run at the title and become a champion, but that window of opportunity is closing, and in my opinion, in the UFC, unless you're able to become a megastar, you really only have a small window of opportunity to actually get your hands on a UFC title. Your popularity only really lasts a couple of years, and there's that short window where you're in your prime as well that's going to allow you to fight to the best of your ability. And if you can become this amazing technical fighter who can establish wrestling as well, Ciryl Gane could be just as good as anybody in this division. And I think it would be great for the sport having a French kickboxer develop wrestling and just become an overall beast, because France is a big market for MMA. There's a lot of fans there, and Ciryl Gane could become a superstar in France and in the world if he just chose to get into a wrestling gym. And I do enjoy watching Ciryl Gane fight because I think he's very crafty and he's very interesting with his stand-up. But I fear for him against some of these other heavyweights who are right now just a lot more wrestling dominant. And it's not like a guy like Tom Aspinall is just a pure wrestler. I mean, the guy can strike, and he'll probably be able to handle himself on the feet with Gane. But once he takes him to the ground, there's just no hope for Ciryl. And I hope that he does get a fight in the future that happens before the end of 2024, because this guy needs to get a move on with his career, and he needs to start focusing on trying to get back to the title. And right now, he's not fighting. He's only wanting to fight guys above him. It's just not looking good for him in the trajectory of his career. And I've heard rumors that apparently he's filming a movie, so maybe that's why he's not fighting, but I don't know. I don't really think he should be focused on movies right now. I mean, that's usually someone does after they get the championship, not while they're trying to become a champion. So I think his priorities are mixed up. I think his gym is just not working for him. I think he needs to change his team, and if he does, he could become a champion in the future. But it's going to be tough because this heavyweight division is looking really good in the years to come. But there you guys have it. That's what I think of Ciryl Gane and his future. Let me know what you guys think, though. Do you think he needs to get a fight? You think he should be headlining this card? Let me know what you guys think. I'm interested to hear what you have to say. Thank you all for watching another one of these videos, and I'll catch you all in the next one.